Hello, everybody. Paul Preston here. Today, I want to talk about fluency. What is fluency? Well, a lot of people think that fluency is the ability to say anything you want, anytime you want, talk about any topic, share any idea. Well, that's easy in your native language, but it isn't so easy in a second or third or fourth language. But it can be done. But the way that you do it in your native language is, of course, that you have all kinds of words that you can call on, grab, and immediately use. Of course, even in your native language, you don't know every word. But when there's a word you don't know in your native language, it's easy to get around it. And that's fluency. Fluency isn't really knowing every word in the language. Especially in a second or third language, there's a lot of words that you won't know, even if you speak every day. But the ability to get around that word that you don't know, think of a different way to say something, that's fluency. I call it getting around the wall. So if you're speaking about a topic, maybe you've all had this experience, you're talking along and suddenly you hit the word you don't have in that language. Well, maybe you know it in your native language, but you don't know it or you can't remember it in the second language. Well, you can spend a lot of time stuck there at that wall. You can't get around it. Thinking about the word, trying to remember the word, but the conversation moves on. Maybe you try to look up the word in the dictionary, but people have moved on. So that's not fluency. Fluency is when you hit that same wall and you get around it as quickly as you can, thinking of a different way to say it. That's fluency. So you hit the word, you don't know the word, think about it for a couple of seconds. If it doesn't come, then think of another way. Well, what other way? How can you say it in a different way? Well, there's a few possibilities you can use. One is describe the word you mean. It's okay. Step back, describe what you're trying to say. Say the situation, give the details. And the other person will get the picture in their head and they'll realize, oh, you mean such and such word. Oh, great. Another possibility is give an example. Right away, give an example of the word that you're looking for, or an example of the situation, or a similar type of situation. Think about it as quickly as possible. Get around that wall. That's the best thing that you can do. So remember, details, description, examples. One more that you can use is your own experience. Try to describe the situation as you experienced it. Go into some detail and let the speaker understand your perspective, your point of view. And then they'll figure out that word or that sentence or whatever detail you're trying to say, but you just can't say. So that's fluency. Fluency is getting around the wall. Fluency is figuring out a way to say what you want to say. It's not about knowing all the words. It's about using the words that you know. So practice fluency. Even if you're by yourself and you try to explain what you're doing or maybe tell a story to yourself, practice that fluency. Don't look up the words, just try to get around the wall. And you'll be much better when the time comes to speak to other people. So good luck. And remember, fluency is getting around the wall.